He's building up, building up. He's coming to the left. Damn it, he got me on. Watch, he's got a task. Shotgun. He jumped down, he jumped down. Nice. Right here.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Brennan Bpug. Welcome back to BpugGames. Welcome back to Fortnite, or welcome to. Today, I've got some really cool ideas for Fortnite I'd like to talk to you guys about, as well as a game here that wasn't really a win, but more so a decent gameplay in my opinion with one of my friends on PlayStation. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and let's get right into it. So as you guys know, today, tomorrow, well technically today, because right now I'm recording it on the 18th, we may or may not see Tilted Towers again after today. It might be getting hit by a comet. Are we 100% sure? Not too sure, but it could happen. I guess we're possibly hoping to see something today, maybe or maybe not. So I wish I could have did a little bit of the Tilted Towers gameplay, but honestly, in my opinion, I really don't care about Tilted Towers, as shocking as it is. I think it'll be awesome to see something come down, explode on it, change the map, and evolve it, because I think that would be really cool. They could definitely keep this map right here and see it evolve and change a lot of things through it. And I'm not just going to say, okay, drop a meteor on this or that, but if they drop a meteor there, add some flames and cool effects and everything, whatever it's going to do, it shouldn't destroy it completely, just modify it, and then they'll move on and can have other events. And I'm not going to say they should just nuke the entire map or whatever with meteors or anything, but it would look pretty cool. And something I actually thought about when the comet thing was first announced is it could get hit by a big meteor, like the entire map would be like flame lands or something like that. You could have meteors like flying down that could like just imagine this right now. So we're running around right here in the factories, okay? And just imagine like a it's dark, it's nighttime a little bit, not too dark, but it's like around the nighttime, like a meteor just hitting stuff. You have trees on fire and everything. You can still farm the trees and everything, okay? But there's just like little comets or something that could hit the ground that could be like a hazard to you. Or you could be building and then, you know, there's like meteor showers and something hits it. Something like that would have been really cool. Obviously, it would have taken a lot of work to do that, but I feel like we're gonna see something similar to that in the future for Fortnite at some point. You know, I'm not 100% sure, like I said, but I'm definitely highly confident that we're gonna see some evolution with the map, or maybe even some more maps. And that's where I want to get into some of my opinions. And first off, we're gonna just continue on with maps and everything. So aside from this one, this is, I feel like, a small to medium sized map. Let's just say medium. As you guys know, we're gonna reference another game, Players Unknown Battlegrounds, PUBG, whatever you guys would like to call it. It's pretty large. Now, Fortnite doing something like that, they could. Now, players, you know, let's see. We have 100 dropping right here. What if they did it up to 250 or 300 on a larger map? I would say 250 would be well more than enough, but then again, it really just depends. You know, you got to think the server is going to be a lot more laggy. There's just going to be so much more stress on it. But they could definitely do a larger map and everything. And I think something that would be really cool is if you guys have played PvE, you guys know that there's like example Canny Valley, Twine Peaks and such like that. And Canny Valley, if I'm correct, has like a desert themed type of setting. Now I'm not saying right off the bat copy PUBG's desert map or anything like that, but I think it would be pretty cool to have that kind of area. And you know, this map right here, you have a mix of like some swamps, some casual, you know, modern houses, little city stuff and everything, but nothing too punishing within desert things. So let's just say Fortnite does a desert map or something like that, which, you know, you can't just say it's never gonna happen, because, you know, it definitely could, and people are gonna say, you know, they might copy this, copy that, and they might have just, you know, watched my video and like, oh, that's a good idea, or somebody might have already thought about it before me. And what they could do is, comparing another game once again, Ark Survival Evolved, really good game, and something challenging that they could add to it is that it would be so hot to where, you know, every zone, you know, this isn't constant, okay, but every time a zone closes, you might lose like 5 HP, or if there's certain parts of the map, and I think this would be really cool. Let's say there's a certain part of the map where it's really, really hot, and you'll take like 1 damage per second, or like just 0.5 damage per second in these spots, and there's an increased chance of, you know, getting better loot, there's an item there, or like a little challenge course per se. And I don't really think we've seen a challenge course in Fortnite yet. If I'm wrong, please correct me down below. But what I mean by challenge course is in Ark Survival Evolved, for example. You're in a cave. Now, imagine this. They could have a cave in Fortnite that you could go into. It would have an entrance and an exit. There could be multiple of these. I want to say 2 to 3 on the map would be pretty cool. But it would be like a jumping puzzle. You would have to jump over like lava or something like that. And if you get in there, and here's the thing, they could make that area to where you just can't build, or they could limit it to where you can only build, it'll say only able to build 10 structures in here. So that means even if someone else was there and you go in there, you'd have to destroy their stuff to build more, but it's still doable while jumping, but the building would make it easier. You're just limited so much. So I think a challenge area with a little jumping puzzle would be really cool, and it would reward you with, like, you know, maybe a purple or gold scar. I think that definitely a gold weapon would be really good. Maybe a gold weapon and a shield, something like that. But there's so much they can do, and, you know, creatively in my head, I have so many of these good ideas. And another one, which this is, I feel like this has already been mentioned somewhere by somebody, but it's also a really good idea. So as you guys know, when they introduce pulse grenades, you can have someone on top of a mountain or yourself, but you throw that and it bounces them away, or it'll bounce you in a direction you want to go. Most of the time it's 50-50. It really depends on how you throw it, where it lands and stuff like that. So if you throw it and knock someone off a mountain, you know, they're just dead. Now imagine if you could get, now to stay with the comedy theme, with I'm not saying Fortnite's comedy, but it's definitely a cartoony themed game, okay? It's my opinion on it. Great, amazing game. They could have like a little trash bag, or maybe like a bed sheet or something like that with some handles on it. But you could have a porta-chute, or they could call it like a porta-para. I think a porta-para would be pretty cool. Instead of just parachute, it'll just like, there's porta-fort, porta-para. So these would be example like a mini shield or something like that. I think I definitely think maybe like blue rarity would fit it good, to where it's not just too common, but it's a little bit hard because the jump pad's purple. Okay, so jump pad, you already get the jump in the air and parachute somewhere. So I mean, maybe put it at blue or purple. You know, you guys let me know what you think. But you have the porta-para, okay, and if you get knocked off a mountain, bam, you hit your porta-para. Now it could just still be a glider too. They could call it like a gracious glider. I really don't know what they would call it, but I just think like a little parachute would look really cool, like a cloth sheet or something, and maybe give it a time, or just, you know, it'll just be a slow fall here or there. But definitely I think it should act like how a glider does and let you jump off of something and glide in somewhere, but maybe not have the amount of speed. There'd definitely be some tweaking with that and everything. So that's like my idea with that. Now my next idea, I want to go into some weapons with you guys. Now this has not been seen yet in Battle Royale because it's obviously not there, but those of you that do play the PvE, which myself and my friend have played it immensely. I haven't played it as much since Battle Royale has been out, but laser weapons. Okay, laser weapons are insane. Now here's the problem with that. I think if they were to do this in Battle Royale, this could be really good or really bad, depending on how they do it. Now, the laser weapons are pretty much, you know, they take energy in PvE and they're very accurate. You know, it's just right on somebody. Now, I think to make this kind of fair is, you know, let it drain fast, but if, you know, you have the aim and it's on somebody, tick it like a minigun, maybe a little bit stronger, but maybe even a little bit weaker, because it's a straight accurate line, and if you can control your aim and everything, that you're gonna get lasered. That's exactly what they call it, like when people are getting picked in the head on this and everything. So that would be a really cool idea, I think, and let me know your opinions down below on it, because I think adding like stuff like that in here would be pretty cool too. Now, here's something else that I've seen on other games, as well as Radical Heights, to use that one as a reference as well. Radical Heights has decoys. Now, can you imagine, example, right here, I'm behind this tree and everything, okay? I don't think anyone has really seen us till I made that shot right there, but when I was aiming to the left over near those houses and stuff right there, well, the little fort they built, because I was aiming at the houses right there, but I could send out a guy that looks exactly like me, and now I think this should be purple rarity as well. Blue or purple once again, maybe even gold, but you could have a decoy that you could just, you know, aim wherever you want it to start out, and it'll walk out of your character like a little hologram. It'll have maybe a little bit of a hologramish flicker, so people can say like, okay, maybe that's not exactly real. And you know, there's gonna be a lot of conflict with this too that you guys are gonna have with me, because you're gonna say, oh well, that's like OP, that's this or that. The Portafort came out. I don't even think the Portafort's too OP as much as I thought it would be, but then again, that's my opinion and everything. And I think a decoy would be really cool on this, not something that's just standing there, but you know, maybe you could just say I want it to stand here, or I want it to move, and it could last maybe 10 to 20 seconds would be pretty cool. But you could force it to run in a direction. Now, it would not have a lot of health, of course. I think around, I would say, I want to say 60 to 80, but maybe like 60 with how the new one-shot works on here and everything. But you could have the decoy running towards somebody, they would light it up and focus that, bam, you can focus them. Or they could have a decoy come out from the bottom of their Portafort or something, and then you would think, oh, they're rushing us or something like that, but it can't build or anything. So it's, you know, pretty fail-proof, but it would really get some easy kills on some noobs in the game and everything like that. So that's my idea with that right there, which is pretty cool and interesting. Now, one last thing, one last thing, definitely here. Let me know an idea of yours. Put it down in the video below. You know, it could be any idea you want, because honestly, all I'm going to say for the rest of this is my opinion on weapon balancing, which is pretty crazy. So let me know your opinions and everything so far of the things I've talked about, and you know, maybe we'll talk about some more in a future video if you guys like this. I think these are great ideas, and I have so much more on my mind, but I don't want to make a 30-40 minute video and compile it all into that, because it might take longer, and I really like enjoying, and well, I really like talking to you guys, and I enjoy doing it. So let me know some of your ideas down below, and maybe we'll talk about them in a video. And I'm definitely going to try to DM some of the devs and everything about my ideas, because I'd really like to see some of them implemented into the game and definitely really thought about. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is weapon balancing, because that is one of the hardest things in a lot of games, and especially Fortnite. It's very, very, very crazy. Now, a lot of people, since the most recent update, when you get the first hit on somebody, I think is how it works, it does significant damage. Now, that kind of halts the point of like a shield in a way, in my opinion. Okay, you can really burst down people with this new update. I think it was okay with the last one, because you know, your shield was like a little bit useful, but now you get a full shield, it's just gone in like 2 hits some of the times. If they hit you with a sniper, it's gone in 1. You can definitely, if they hit you first, I think it hits for like 187 or 167, something like that, with the sniper rifle shot to the head if they hit you first with the a purple or gold bolt, something like that. I think a gold one might even be a one-shot like that. But a lot of the stuff is very, very strong. So I'd like to see some more weapon balancing, to where I think the first shot, which a lot of streamers have even said this as well, the first shot is just so punishing and everything. But that is pretty much it for this video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like rating, share the video with your friends, and let me know your opinions on this down below. And if you share this on Twitter and tweet it to devs or something, I would really greatly appreciate it too. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for sticking through with me to this. And I'm sorry I did not get a victory royale this game, but I thought it was a really good gameplay for me. And I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching. This has been BpugGames, and I'm out. Thanks, guys.